Ooh, Jesus, Jesus. It's the butt sandwich show, y'all. Where everybody knows. Let me tell you something, Brian. I gotta get it together. I gotta get my cigarettes out because I only got 9 minutes. I gotta make it fast, bro. I might even have to do a part two because I can't get it all out. And you know what? How I do it, honey. When I tell my stories, baby, I can put out my mascara and I can laugh, honey. 'Cause this is getting ready. I'm getting ready to go in. Brian, everything I said in that last video about going crazy and that it ain't good and stuff, baby, I lied. If I officially went crazy on a Tuesday of this week, yes, ma'am, honey. When I tell you a bitch lost it, it gone, honey, gone, nutty. Okay, I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna tell you the story. Brian, Brian, check this shit out. Alright. Starts out at 7 a.m. Okay, I got this doctor's appointment with the VA for my father, right? He handicapped. Anyway, uh, I had to take him down there. So we go down to the place. Our appointment's at 9:30. So they have a transportation service come pick us up at 8:30. So I gotta get him up, dressed, ready, and cleaned up and shit. So I got him all ready and shit. Gave him his little piece of breakfast, but we didn't have nothing to drink because he didn't want to be incontinent. Look up the word in the dictionary, incontinent. All right. So anyway, we get down there, go to the doctor's appointment. He has to get a retinal exam for his eyes, and they dilate his eyes. Cool. So we get there, go to the appointment. So the appointment is at 9:40. We get there, and they dilate his eyes, and then it lasts up until 11:30. Now we got two other appointments that are set. One is at 12, and one is at 1 o'clock. So now we late for the other appointment. So we finish up here, finish that, and then he's in a wheelchair. My dad's in a wheelchair, electric wheelchair, $25,000. Get into it. Anyway, he like in a Professor Xavier chair. It's one of them ones. Right? So anyway, so we get to he got to go to OT. So we go over here to the OT, occupational therapy. Go up there to at the VA. Go up there to occupational therapy. Girl, why that motherfucker say, well, the doctor's not here, so we're gonna have to find somebody else to take care of you and see you. So we like, okay. So we sitting there and we wait. An hour goes by. At this point, my nerves are getting real bad and shit. We sitting here waiting. Excuse me. And the bitch keep coming up with these different excuses, talking about, well, we send to somebody else and they on the eighth floor and they walking over here and they'll be here very soon. I'm like, bitch, now you know the eighth floor, wherever the fuck you walking is not gonna take you a goddamn hour to get over here to see us do this occupational therapy, honey. It's just not going. My blood is starting to boil. I had an eight. All right. So, so I say, okay, I need to talk to the social worker. So she calls the social worker, and I'm telling the social worker, I'm telling her I need to see her. She said, well, we can't see you unless we have your father with you, and I can't talk to you, and I can't talk to you. I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting. Then finally here comes the occupational therapy. I'm like, okay, well that's cool. But wait a minute, let me flash back. So the lady said, well, as soon as you finish with your appointment, just come down and see me and I'll talk to you. That's what the social worker said. I was like, okay, we'll do it like that, fine. All right. So we go to the occupational therapy. The lady talks to the blah 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 blah. And then she like, well, here's some exercises you can do. I will make you some Xerox copies. Okay. Yeah, keep in mind that I've been doing my own exercises and shit with his ass. So I don't really need I've already been trained really. So I don't really need no motherfucking exercise and Xerox on a goddamn piece of paper, bitch. I already know how to do it. So anyway, okay. So then we have the other appointment at one o'clock. So it goes over. It's like 1:30. So we go over to the other lady, PT, physical therapy. This bitch grabbed his arm, was lifted up a few times, da 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 da. She's like, well, there's really nothing we can do, but what I can do is give you some Xerox copies of some exercise. I can give you some Xerox copies of some exercise. You can do it at home. Now keep in mind now, we done been up in this bitch for 6 motherfucking hours. Not including the 2 hours to prep time before we got there. So 8 hours altogether. And I done came down to this motherfucker for 4 sheets of motherfucking Xerox copies of some goddamn exercise. Bitch. So look, like Lil Kim said, damn a bitch thing. Bitch, I'm steaming now. I'm steaming. I'm like, oh, can I believe this shit? And then they tell me they really can't help us, right? And I'm trying to get into therapy and shit. Well, basically, they can't help me. So now I go down to the bottom and I go see the white lady, right? The social worker. So I go down there, I'm already boiling and shit. And my personalities and all the people started talking my brain and shit. And they just like talking and shit. So I knock on the social worker's door. Well, actually, I don't know which door is hers. There's two of them. So I knock on the first door, and white lady come out. She like, yeah, I'm a social worker. Blah blah blah. I was like, okay, here's my dad's information. Are you the social worker? She was like, nah, Mary's the one next door. So I knock on Mary's door. So don't nobody answer the door. I'm like, okay. Now keep in mind, me and Mary done had this conversation about 2 hours ago that I'm coming down there, right? All right. Now, I knock on the door, honey, don't nobody answer. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, oh Lord Jesus. So I knock on the door again. Still no motherfucking answer. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, we get to call it a day. He tired, I'm tired, we hungry, everything. So I go and get my transportation thing set up to bring us back home. Baby, so I said, let me knock on this bitch door one more motherfucking time because that's how I am, right? I done knocked on the door 2 times there. So I knock on it the third time, honey. And this bitch squeezed the motherfucking door open and got a telephone up against her ear and somebody in her office, right? And she's like, what can I do for you? I said, I am such and such, such and such, and I know we had talked over it. And she's like, well, I have somebody in here, and baby, and your video said, and then I went crazy. Let me tell you part two. Let me get to part two. And then I went crazy. Okay? And then I went crazy. Let me hold on. Let me give you part two. Let me give you part two.